This is YouTube live also? Okay. So hello, good afternoon. Am I audible now? Yes. Should we start or should we wait for a few more people to join? Huh? Start? Okay, we'll start. Before that, if you have any doubts, you people can ask. Today we will be starting with the classes. Okay, we'll be starting with the first topic, that is this Western political thought, from which we will be starting completely. Okay, in case you have any doubts before we start, any confusion, you can ask. Notes, tomorrow you can collect the notes for the first chapter from the management, or else I'll ask them to distribute that in the classroom. Okay, so from tomorrow onwards you can start reading also. Today is just chill and enjoy. Yes, first class, I don't want to give a lot of stress to you people. Yes, we'll give the stress, but after some more time. Okay? Yes, any doubts before we start? Huh? Confusions? Huh? No? Should we start? Okay, so how we will be moving? We will be first starting with paper 1 section A. Paper 1 section A. That is about your political theory part. We'll be starting with that. Last time also I had said this thing, I'll repeat. That's the most important section for us. We'll be spending most of our time in studying political theory. How much? Maybe 50 to 60% time also. Okay, it's that important. Even while writing answers in the exam, in the final exam, when you will have options, let's say you will have options like 8 questions are there and you have to attempt 5 questions. You have that option. I personally suggest write more theoretical questions rather than the dynamic ones. Let's say writing from this Indian government and politics, or writing from the international relations, current happenings. We will discuss that also. But writing for static is relatively easier, because the static part is not going to change. The theory is not going to change. Whatever philosopher said, that is not going to change. So it's relatively better, suggested, that focus more on theory, so that your conceptual clarity will be visible even on the paper. Okay, and without understanding theory, I don't think your base will be ready to understand other concepts in a complete term. That's the reason political theory we will be starting with, and we will deal with it in a detailed manner. Till the time you people understand, we will not go to next topics. Okay. Now the first thing with the political theory, if you check the syllabus, today's homework, just one thing you people have to do, go search the UPSC syllabus for your optional, read entire syllabus only once. Very boring task, but do it once. Okay, for all the sections. At least you should know, okay, these all are the things which we are going to study. And in case your teacher doesn't complete any topic, ask them questions. Ensure his accountability also. Okay. Now, in that I am saying section A of paper 1, which is about political theory, in which we have to actually study many theories. Theories means what? There are many theories. See, there are some thinkers who made some theories. Yes, we have theories in other subjects also. In science also we have theories. Geography also you have theories, right? So some people studied some phenomena and they came up with their understanding. Their understanding they put in front of us and they call it as theory, right? Similarly, with respect to politics, there are some theories which are presented to us. Now, one theory is not made by just one person. Sometimes it might happen that so many people together they are talking about one particular theory. For example, we know about justice, the word justice is there. Now, it might be possible that in ancient time in Western world, one scholar called Plato, he talked about justice. And we understood what he meant by justice. After some time, some other scholar came. Let's say in the modern times, let's say someone like John Rawls, he talked about justice. Or let's say someone like Amartya Sen, he talked about justice. See, everyone is talking about justice, but their ideas are different. They are not same. When we study about theory of justice, we study as one complete concept. When I study justice as one complete concept, now I really want to understand justice in complete terms. So to understand, I'll have to study Plato's idea also. Yes, Rawls' idea also, Amartya Sen's idea also, or many other thinkers who might have said something. Right or wrong? So when I say theory, you will study theory of democracy. You will study theory of state. You will study theory of equality. So whenever we will be discussing, let's say we will be discussing about democracy, we will discuss it from different perspectives, what different scholars have said about it, what is their understanding, because these are the people who spend time to understand these concepts. It's like free of cost, we are getting it at one place. Okay? This is what political theory is about. Now obviously we understand one thing, if we have to understand these theories, we have to understand these scholars first. Am I right or wrong? What Plato said, first I have to study about Plato. Only then I can understand what Plato was talking about democracy. For example, Plato was saying democracy is the worst form of government. He hates democracy. Now we like democracy, he hates democracy. There's so much mismatch. So we have to, when we will study about democracy, we will study everything. But before that, first we will study about Plato. When we will understand Plato's thought process completely, then we will know why Plato hates such a good democracy also he hates. Why is it so? Okay, so first what we do is we start with some thinkers, some important thinkers. When we study them, after that we go to theory section. Are you getting my point? If you see the syllabus looks like this. It starts with political theory, approaches. If I start with this part, you will feel like, sir, what sir is teaching? We are not getting anything. So we are not going to this topic first, which is your topic number 1. We'll directly jump to topic number 10. It's not like we are skipping it. We will first study this last topic and then slowly we will come to this topic. And then you will build your comprehensive understanding. Okay? So before studying theories, first study thinkers. Let's understand their mind, their thought process. When you understand their thought process, then you are ready to understand the theory also. And once you are done with theory, now you can apply that theory in real life. That democracy is really good or bad. Let's check Indian democracy. Let's check American democracy. Or let's check even Chinese democracy, because they call their country as is having a political system which is called as socialist democracy. According to Chinese people, they are also democracy. But we will understand, we will try to understand, are they real democracy or are we real democracy, or both of us are wrong and Plato was right, that democracy is a bad form of government. Getting it? So this is how slowly thinkers, theory, and then the practical life. Then we'll be able to apply every concept to every single area. Clear? This is the step-by-step thing. That's why we will be first starting with Western political thought, which means we are studying Western thinkers. Western thinkers, because Western philosophy is the real base. We will study about Indian political thinkers also, but Western political thought makes the core base of this subject. Now why this happens, let's see some introduction about it. You say we're studying something called as political science. So we should first know the basic terms, very basic terms. What do you mean by science? What do you mean by political? At least basic understanding. Yes, what do you understand by political? When you get this word called political or politics, let's say I write these words here. One is politics, one is polity, and then I reach to the word political. Yes, what do you people understand by these terms? Politics is competition for power to make laws, okay? Polity is a form of government, okay?
Politics is the process of exercising of power.
Exercising of power. It's a process of exercising power, okay?
Polity is an institutional structure.
Polity is?
Institutional structure.
Very good. Polity is institutional structure. What else?
Politics is around that institutional structure who acquire the power, who go into that institution.
Okay. Yes, anyone else? Tell me about all three. Hmm?
Political relates to having an ideology.
Having an ideology. That is about political, you are saying. Okay.
Political, like how the society or humans react to the politics of a
Okay. Yes, anything else? Anything new? Basic. This is very basic. See, first, when we talk about politics, because many people will have this confusion, sir, our subject is political science or politics. Our subject is political science, not politics. But both are related. So when we study political science, we'll automatically understand politics also. Okay. Point is, when you say politics, what is politics? Politics is just about decision making. Someone is making decisions for us. Who is that someone? Right now, who is making decisions for us? Prime Minister, Chief Minister, all other ministers. What about judges? Are they making some decisions for us? Yes. Some officers, are they making? Parliamentarians. All these people are making some decisions for us. Now, the decision making, when I talk about it, when I am an individual person, and then when I am part of this entire society, okay, as an individual when you look at me, and then as a society when you look at me, society or entire community you can call it. Now when we are trying to understand what is the decision making process, there you understand the term politics in complete terms. See, for every word you should have clarity, and that's where the conceptual clarity comes into picture. When you say politics, what do I mean? What do I mean, sir? I have to take some decisions for my own life because I want my life should be better. Yes, today while coming to the class, I decided, okay, I'll make this PPT. The PPT will have this red color, blue color, black color. Why? Because it looks good. My presentation would be better. Or you thought that I'll wear the black color shirt today, sir, so that I'll look better. We all want a good life. And for the good life, every single day we try to make some decisions. Right or wrong? Yes, we make some decisions for our life. But the problem is, I do not live only individual life. I mostly stay in a society or in a group. Instead of society, I'll write, I live in a group. Are we people living alone, singularly? No. Our life is connected to every other person around us. At least the family is there. Then the community and society is there. Then your nation, state, all these things come into picture. Right? That's why there is this saying also, man is a social animal. We'll study about this part in Aristotle in detail. Okay, we say man is a social animal because we live in society. If we don't live in society, we can't be human being also, according to Aristotle. To live the life like a human being. When you say human being, there are some specific qualities of human being. For example, human beings can speak. The freedom of speech and expression we talk about. We can speak and express ourselves. Do you think any other animal is capable of this kind of a speech the way we can do it? The way we can speak. Is it possible for any other animal? No, only human beings. But to speak, you need someone to listen also, na? If you're not living in society, how will you speak? It means your speech has no relevance the moment there are no people around you. Am I right or wrong? So you can actually use your natural thing only when you are living in society, and that's why Aristotle was saying Man is a social animal, because if he is not in society, he is not even performing the task which a human being should perform. So we are social by nature. Even you observe our needs, our basic needs, which are completed only when we live in society. Whether it could be biological needs, it could be emotional needs, it could be any kind of needs. We are not self-sufficient fully. Yes, are we self-sufficient? Can you live your life alone without the need of anybody, without talking to anybody? It's little difficult. Okay, there can be some exceptions, some Mahatmas, some Babas. Exceptions can be there. We're talking about general human beings. So it seems humans live in society. Now, how this formation must have happened is the normal evolution that took place. We were living in jungle, one individual is there, slowly family is made, slowly community is made, society is made. Now see, I wanted good life for myself. I was making decisions for myself. But now I am also part of this society, right? And I don't, whatever problems I am facing, that could be my personal life problems, but we all live together. And together, collectively, we all face some problems. And there we want to solve them. We want collectively our life should become better. And to make life better, again what we will do is, we will make some decisions. Just like we were making for individual life, now we will make some decisions for our collective life. It could be any problem. Think about anything. We have to make some roads. That's also one of the problem we have to solve. That's collective life problem, not my individual life problem. Am I right or wrong? Now think about politics. If you keenly think about politics, you will know that it is the area where we are making decisions for every one of us. Whenever you think about politics, what the people sitting in politics, what they are doing is, they are just making decisions which are affecting the life of every one of us. Can I say that? Initially, we did not have any political state as such. Slowly, it must have evolved. We first had family, then slowly society. Slowly, we decided that we should have this political state. We should have a body which can make some decisions for us, because we don't have time. We don't have time to do all these things. So we decided we will create a separate body. Who will do what? Who will just make decisions for all of us. Are you getting the point? In that body, whoever sits, it is possible that a king is sitting over there and king is taking all the decisions for all of you. It might happen. Or you can have democracy also, wherein we people send some people, they make the decisions. That is also possible. The prime minister, the parliamentarians, they are the people sent by us. Or we can have direct democracy also. We all go and decide every single time. Let's say what will be the class timing for tomorrow. We all will discuss and decide. That could also be one possibility. Right or wrong? All these things are decisions that we are taking. But when I'm not talking specifically about individual life, but about collective life. Because we are living collectively. That's why I'm talking about collective life. Otherwise, I would not talk about it. Because we are living collectively, and we have to make decisions for our collective life. So we created new institution, which you call as state, which is a political institution. Whenever you use the word politics, it simply means making decisions for collective life. Can I say that? Yes or no? Yes? Write down. What is politics? What is politics? It is the process of decision making. It is the process of decision making for collective life. And highlight the word collective life. For collective life. Through the exercise of power. Through the exercise of power. Clear? Anyone, any confusion about the word politics? Yes, it's a process. It's a process through which we are making decisions. Clear? Is it for one person? No. Is Modi ji's decision affecting only Modi ji? No. It's affecting all of us. And we sent him so that he takes decision for all of us. Clear? Yes, applies to any country, not just India. So everywhere politics is happening, for sure. Is it good or bad? Is politics good or bad?
Politics is neither good nor bad.
Neither good nor bad. But this is our collective life. If I think, what is our intention? Do we want good life or bad life? Good life. So the origin of politics is to give us good life. Can I say that? Yes or no? Can I say politics comes into existence for the sake of good life? Yes, and it continues for the sake of good life? Yes or no? Yes. Write down this line. Politics comes into existence to give us good life. To give us good life. In bracket, hence the intent is good. Hence, the intent is good.
So then what about the politics that we do talk like between the friends group or between family?
That's a wrong meaning we have taken about politics. That's what we are talking about, the manipulative strategies used, which you call as politics. That politics is happening in my office. That means people are manipulating each other to get their work done. That manipulation is something you are calling as politics. Because most of the politics that we see is Machiavellian. We'll study about Machiavelli. Whatever he said, he's told some strategies through which you can gain power. So that is one understanding of politics. Right now we're talking about the core origin of politics. Actually it was this politics, but now we see another form of politics where it takes a bad shape. Okay, we'll understand that, don't worry. Clear till now? Any confusion as far as origin is concerned? Clear? Now, first we said understand politics. Then I said, what is polity then? What do you understand by polity? Your subject in GS paper 2 is Indian polity. So tell me, what is polity? Form of government. Okay.
Framework behind politics.
Very good.
Set of rules and regulations to govern this politics.
Okay. Set of rules. We said this is the process. Process of what? Decision making, right? This is the system. System which is going to make these decisions. System means what? System means there will be some people, there will be some rules, there will be some organizations. Entire system is going to make these decisions. Whatever decisions are happening here, the process part, who will do it? The question is, who will do it? That who part I can know when I study the polity. Okay, so it will involve the institutions and the constitutional framework. What do I mean by this? In India, who makes decisions? Does politics happen in India? That means my question is, do some people take decisions, collective decisions? Do we have collective decision making in India? See, there can be a society where collective decisions are not happening. Maybe they are still in the early stage of development. Okay, we have become advanced enough that we have collective decision making happening in our country. So yes, politics happens in India. Now the question is, who does that? When I ask who does that, there I am asking about polity of India. So who does that? There are so many people. You will say, sir, we have legislature, we have executive, we have judiciary, we have so many constitutional bodies, non-constitutional bodies, so many structures are there, right? You people are also going to become part of the same system or same polity, can I say that? So this entire system together, they make Indian polity, and their base lies in the Constitution of India. That's why I'm saying all the institutions and the constitutional framework, because Constitution tells who all will be there in India, what power they will have, how much power they will have, more, less, how much, who can check and balance, everything is mentioned in Constitution. Am I right or wrong? So the Constitution tells us about the polity of India. Can I say that? Yes? So in simple terms, politics is the process of decision making, and polity is the system who is making these decisions. And in this system, there are all these people. Prime Minister is part of system, IAS officer is part of system, a judge is part of system. Yes, all these people are part of the system. Am I right? Politics clear? Polity also clear. Write down what is polity. The constitutional and institutional framework, the constitutional and institutional framework through which the decisions for collective life, through which the decisions for collective life are taken. Clear? Any confusion with these two words right now? Yes. One request, if you get confused with any term or any specific thing, please ask, because it might be possible that there are some new words. When you're reading also, while reading, if you get confused, just Google and try to understand the meaning of the word so that you grasp it completely. Okay? Politics done, polity done. Third, I asked, what do you understand now by the word political? Now it's easy to understand. Political, because our subject is political science and then international relations. International relations, will keep it aside right now. First, political science. So first I want to know, what do you understand by the word political?
Anything that is related to politics.
Yes, anything that is related to politics, anything that is related to collective decision making, that is political. Can I say that? Yes. Now, this word comes from this Greek word polis. There's a Greek word called polis, and this polis word simply meant state. Okay, this word polis meant state. So can I say political means anything related to state? Can I say that? And if you observe state, what state is doing? What state is doing is simply the same politics, same thing, making the decisions. When we think about entire polity, aren't we talking about the state? It's the state, right? So the state is the main entity. Who has power? The state has power. We say political science is all about power, and this power is there with the state. And this state is going to take collective decisions for all of us, right? That's why the term political came into picture from this word polis. Is this clear? Any doubt till now? No? Now there is interesting thing. This word state was not always the same. When I'm talking about the state, especially of the Greek word, and this Greek word, I'm talking about ancient time. I'm not talking about present day Greece. I'm talking about the Greece in the ancient time. At that time, the state was little different. The way you look at state right now and the way the state looked at that point of time, it is very much different. Now first of all, please don't get confused with the word state. I'm not talking about Telangana, Andhra state. I'm talking about political state. You say only state of India, state of Pakistan, state of USA. Okay, this is one particular complete collective state, and this state is sovereign. Telangana is not sovereign, right? This definition of state, if we try to understand, normally we define state as having 4 elements. Number 1, there is a fixed population in a particular area. So there is a fixed territory also. Then we say there is a government. And then we say this government is sovereign. Whenever we try to define state, what is state? We say to call something as state, it has to have 4 elements into it. And let's see if India matches this rule or not, if Pakistan matches this rule or not. Okay? Do you think Pakistan has a fixed territory? Yes, there is a fixed territory beyond which there is no Pakistan. Does India have fixed territory? China? USA? Yes. So this, yes. Does USA have fixed population? Yes. India also? Pakistan also? So yes. Does USA have government? They have their own government? Yes. Pakistan, does they have their own government? Yes. India also. So yes. Now the question is the government of Pakistan sovereign? Sovereign means, is anyone dictating them or they are taking their own decisions? They are taking their own decisions. India? India is also, Indian government is sovereign. USA government? They are also sovereign. Same India before 1947. Now I repeat, same India before 1947. We had our population? Yes. We had our fixed territory? Yes. We had our government? Yes, we had our government. I'm not saying democratic government. I said just government. North Korea also has government. It's not democratic. But government is there, na? Yes, government is there. But where this government, the government of India we had that point of time, was that government sovereign?
Not sovereign.
They were not sovereign. We were under something called as British Raj. Someone could dictate terms to us. Right now we are sovereign. There is nobody above us. But at that point of time, this government, above them there was British government. British king or queen, they were above us. Sovereignty was not there. So we will not actually term India as political state in complete terms that point of time. Ideally we are saying. Clear? Now you say, I am saying the word state has not been same always. It keeps on changing. How it keeps on changing? Look at India as a state. Let's say you talk about India. Do you think India looked same always? No. Right now India somewhat looks like this. Almost. The government of India has control over only this much part. Am I right or wrong? Right now. But just some years back, let's say we get into the medieval time period, when we have some empires over here. Let's say we first get into British Empire. Don't you think British Empire was having area somewhere around this much? Can I say this much was British Empire actually? Am I right or wrong? If India's map I have to see. Rather, British Empire is not this much. They are there in other parts of the world also. The empire is so big. They are in Africa also. Yes or no? They are in Europe also. So the British Empire is too large. And the Indian state doesn't look like the way it is. At least the territory part. It's not the same. Right or wrong? If you go back to the ancient time, let's say again in medieval times when there was Mughal Empire, do you think it looked the same? No. Again we go back in the ancient time. Now the state is way different. You must have studied about Mahajanpadas. Janpad, Mahajanpad. Right or wrong? Mahajanpad means it looks like this is one country altogether. This is another country altogether. This is another country altogether. Am I right or wrong? They are state in themselves. Small in size. But they are political states. Am I right or wrong? So I understand that, sir, state is not something which is static. Static means something that remains the same. No, state keeps on changing. It's not always the same. It keeps on changing. Now, when we said the word police, because from this word police only the word political came into picture. And this word police meant state. For whom? Greek people. And that too this word came in the ancient time period. So we want to know how was ancient Greece, because then only we'll be able to understand the idea of state. Right? So we will categorize this part into three terms. Ancient time, medieval time, and modern time. Now see, right now the kind of state we have around the world, I'm not just talking about Greece now, whether it's Greece, whether it's India, whether it's China, any other country, we use one term nowadays called as nation state. Before that, in the medieval times, we did not have nation state. It's a very new idea. Before that, we had something called as empires. Yes, even empires are new. Before empires in the ancient time, we see another concept called as city-state. See, this is how your state is evolving now. How the state looked in the ancient time. If you have to see the size of the state, it looks like the city-state is very small. Okay, for example, this is Athens. This is Sparta. Very small. I'm calling it city-state. That means it's a small city and it's a political state altogether. Think about Hyderabad. Hyderabad is a city. Let's assume Hyderabad is an independent sovereign state. Think about it. Do we have any such city-state in the world right now? Better example is Singapore. Singapore is a city and it's a political state also. Now think about it. In ancient time, if you go to Europe, that time such city-states were very common. Very common. When you go there in that time period, you will only see city-states. Every small city is an independent kingdom or an independent sovereign state. Is it making sense now? See, we are in the same Greece right now. In the same Greece, we have two different city-states. There are many more also. We are just talking about these two. Am I right? Yes? So the state seems to be very small. City is very small. Hardly this much of city. Hardly how many people? Some 1,000 people, 2,000 people, 5,000 people. That time population was also not so great, na? Not so many people. Society. You see, if the city is small and very less number of people are living in that city, so it looks like the state and society are safe. Please understand this part now. Observe this. We are individuals. There is something called society and there is something called state. Yes? The focus of political science is on state. The focus of sociology is on this part, society. Okay? We all know Indian society. Can you imagine Indian society? Now, we all know Indian state also. Can you imagine Indian state? You see, both of these are two different things. They are not same. Am I right? Yes or no? Now, right now, India is so big. That's why you are able to see this entity as separate and this entity as separate. That the state is altogether different. The people in the state, let's say Modi ji, all officers, all these people are different. And society is different. You can exactly differentiate and see that. Okay? But now go to the ancient time. In the ancient time, I'm saying the city is so small and that city in itself is state. Just imagine a small city where only 20 people are living. Just for the sake of hypothetical example I'm taking. Only 20 people are living. Or let's say we all form an independent sovereign state. Right? So who is society? We are society. And who is state? We are the state. Who will make decisions? We all will make decisions. Don't you think state and society became same? There is no mix. There is no thing like this is separate and this is separate. Is it making sense or no? Yes? So at that point of time when you look at city-state, the word society and the word state, they are not two different words, they are same. That's why when Aristotle said, man is social animal, he also says man is political animal. The word social and political are same. The word society and state are same. Those people who are sitting here in the society, they are the same people who are sitting in the state also. They are not different people. Right now in Indian society, these are two different people. Society is different. I see RSS in society. Yes, I see some liberal groups. You people also part of society. But when I see state, I only see one government. I only see some officers. They are part of state. But when city-state is small, we see both are same people. Just imagine now, let's say this is our country and we have democracy. Which kind of democracy? Direct democracy. We all discuss and take decisions. Okay? So are we one society? Yes. But are we one state also? Yes. Every decision we all take. This is our village and it's independent, sovereign. Can this happen? Are you able to now understand this part? Yes? So we say in the ancient time, when we have this different kind of state which is called as city-state, the boundary between society and state is not there. It's the same entity. Clear? I hope no confusion till now. Yes? Now this state which was so small, by the medieval time, it looks like it gets converted into big empires. So now you have such a big empire. Right? If I take such cities, maybe some 100 cities will be there in this. 1,000 cities also. Such a big empire. Let's say I make like this. Right? You have big empires like Mughal Empire, Ottoman Empire, yes, Persian Empire, Russian Empire. All these are different empires we heard about. Right? Now observe one thing. Here I specifically said, sir, society and state are same. Why I said that? There's a deliberate reason behind that. When you look at society in the city-states initially, all the people look same. See, you people live in one city only. You're born in this city only. You all people look same. You speak same language, same food habits, same culture. Everything is same. There's no difference. Right or wrong? Okay? You people are same. But the moment we create empire, do you think people will be same? No, people will not be same. Because you look at British Empire. There are English speaking people also from Britain. There are too many language speaking people from Indian subcontinent. There are so many people in Africa speaking some different languages altogether. Don't you think religion is different, language is different, culture is different, everything is different when it comes to empires? Can I say that? Yes, we use some terms like we call this is homogeneous. Homo means same. And this grouping will be heterogeneous, means people seem to be different. Different cultures, different ethnicities, different languages, everything seems to be little different because it is too vast and too big. Getting it? Clear? Are you able to imagine empire? Are you able to imagine city-state right now? Yes? Now by the time modern time comes into picture, even these empires start disintegrating. Now we don't have any empire right now. British Empire disintegrated. Yes, Russian Empire disintegrated. You observe all those empires, Ottoman Empire. Now we don't have Ottoman Empire. We have Turkey, we have Iran, we have different countries over there. Ottoman Empire we don't have. You can say, sir, Turkey is the main leader of that Ottoman Empire. Okay, but right now we don't have Ottoman Empire, only Turkey we have. Persian Empire we had, now only Iran we have. Russian Empire we had, now we don't have that, now only Russia we have. Makes sense? So those are disintegrated. Now what we have is nation state. And this nation state, I can make the size somewhat like this. It is neither so small like city state. It's not so small. Cities are very small. But it is not so big like the empire also. It is now somewhat in between. Getting it? This is nation state. Someone tell me, what do you understand by nation state? What is nation first? Okay.
We share a common national identity.
Mm-hmm.
That can be anything. Language, culture, customs.
Mm-hmm.
who are agreed upon should have a common same institutions in the to
Okay.
exercise for or take decision.
Mm-hmm.
In India, you can see group of states coming together and forming a single country.
Group of states coming together. We never came together to form a state. USA this happened. India never happened.
We are agreed to one government.
Huh?
Held together.
We?
We are held together.
Yes, we are held together. So what is nation, what is state? What is the difference between these two words, nation and state?
Nation is a feeling, sir. It's a feeling of oneness.
Okay, nation is a feeling, then what is state?
Nation belonging to one ethnicity.
Hmm?
Belonging to one ethnicity.
Good.
State is a law. State is a political identity.
Now just recently we discussed about state. We said, sir, there are 4 features. If they are there, it is a state. Which are those 4 things? Population, territory, government, and it should be sovereign. The moment these things are given, it becomes state. Why we talk about these 4 things is because the moment these 4 things are given, we can definitely say that the people living, see, this is the territory, these are the people. Yes, this is the territory, these are the people. These people made their own government. This is the government. Yes, and this government is sovereign. I give it a star mark. Sovereign. Above them there is nobody. This shows what? This shows that this entire society can take its own decisions, which are collective life decisions. Is it making sense now? When we can 100% with guarantee say that, sir, this entire group of people, they can take their own decisions which affect their collective life. For that they made a government, sir, and that government is sovereign, sir. If this is happening, we say there is a state over here. Am I right or wrong? If anything is missing, these people are not able to make their decisions. Best example, Palestinians. Palestinians, do they have fixed territory? Okay, they are claiming the same territory. Right now they don't have, but okay, they claim a fixed territory. They are fixed people. They have their own government. Yes, someone says that we are the government. Okay, but are they sovereign? No. So are they state? No. Getting it? Makes thing clear. They want to take their own collective life decisions, but they are not able to take because of Israel. Or let's say I talk about Taiwan. Taiwan is the best example if you see. Taiwan, fixed people, fixed population, government also they have, but it's not sovereign. They want to take collective life decisions for their own Taiwanese people. But who is taking that decision? China. China is taking, na? Taiwanese people are not able to take 100% decisions for their own life. Somewhere China is controlling. Make sense? Yes or no? Yes? Any confusion? Your expressions show that there is some confusion.
That's Hong Kong, right, sir?
Taiwan, Hong Kong has been completely captured now by China.
Taiwan is still sovereign.
No, it's not sovereign. The moment you see sovereign, that means it's an independent country. Is it? No. They are following 2 systems, 2 political systems. But still, see, either you are sovereign or you are not sovereign. There is no middle path. You just need to understand this thing. The moment you say your foreign policy is controlled by some other country, you are not independent or you are not sovereign. Clear? Sovereign means nobody above me. They have somebody above them. Clear? China, see, Taiwan doesn't have the membership of United Nations just like India has or Pakistan has. They don't have 100% recognition of the world that you are a sovereign country. Am I right or wrong? So you are not 100% sovereign. You are 50%, 60% sovereign you can say, but not 100%. Clear? Now, I am saying this is state. Okay? This state can have same looking people, different looking people, people of same ethnicity, people of different ethnicities. Right or wrong? When you had city states, you had same looking people, right or wrong? But observe, Athens and Sparta. Athens, all people look same. But even Sparta people, they also look the same, na? You have Hyderabad, beside Hyderabad, whatever city is there. Whatever city, which city, Sangareddy, Rangareddy, whatever it is. Same people, na? Is there any difference? Same people. So you observe, even if same people, still you have different states. Getting it? That means it's not necessary that only same people will be part of same state. It's not necessary. At least in the ancient time, we don't see that. Clear? They have multiple states even if they are the same people. In medieval times, do you see that? The same people having same state? No, here also we don't see that. Here English people are also there, Hindi speaking people are also there, Persian people are also there, Tamil people are also there, everything is mixed. This is also not like same looking people or same ethnicity people having the same state. No. Right? Rather, multiple ethnicities are living in one state. And here, one ethnicity in multiple states. Clear? Any doubt with whatever words I am using? Yes, madam. Sure? Now see, what is nation? Nation is rightly said as feeling. Feeling of we. Feeling of we. That means we are the same people. And I have that feeling. I'm not talking about thoughts. I just feel that we are the same people. Which you people feel? All speak Telugu. Right now you don't feel. Go out of your state and suddenly someone speaks Telugu, you feel, oh, my brother has come. You don't know that person. Still you feel. Am I right or wrong? You go outside India, someone even speaks Hindi and you feel like he's your brother. Am I right or wrong? So this is your feeling coming from your ethnicity or culture. Something has to be common so that you have this kind of a feeling. That something could be, let's say, language. Because you all people speak Telugu, you feel you are the same people, and you people are different from Odia people. You people are different from Marathi people, Kannada people. Am I right or wrong? Right? So something has to be common. That something could be, I say, let's say language. What can be there apart from this? Huh? Okay, freedom, but what common element? Culture, okay. Very good.
Ethics.
Not ethics. Let's say I can mention specifically ethnicity. Actually, this is a larger term. Ethnicity and culture. When you talk about language, caste, community, all these things actually derive from these major terms like ethnicity and all. Let's say our parents, ancestors, they are the same people. Then we feel we are the same people. Right or wrong? So overall, something has to be common. It could be some or the other kind of our identity. That identity has to be same. Am I right? So look at British people. Why do they feel that they are the same people and they are not same as that of French people? Because all the British people, they speak one specific language. They have a specific culture. See, they are also Europeans, but they are different from other Europeans. How? They speak English language. Right or wrong? What about French? They speak French. So language is the element which makes Britain different from French, French different from Portuguese or any other European country. All such identities create some kind of feeling, and it's very natural. It's not like we deliberately did this thing. It's very natural. When I'm born in a particular area, automatically I'll have some emotional attachment with that area. When I speak a language, I emotionally attach myself with that language because through that language I express myself. So automatically it becomes part of me. It becomes part of my identity. I love my language. It's very obvious I love my language. Getting it or not? that attachment will be obviously there. So when I love my language and all of you speak the same language that I speak, automatically I have the feeling that we are the same people and they are different people. When you have this feeling that we are the same people, that feeling is the feeling of nation. Are you getting the point? If we all feel that we are the same people because of anything, because of language, because of religion, because of culture, it could be any reason. But because of a specific identity, we feel we are the same people, then you have something called as nation. We all are actually one nation. But I'm saying we are one nation, not necessarily we are one state. Now see, take example of Britain, take example of Tamil Nadu. Okay, let's take multiple examples to understand. You have to tell me which one is nation and which one is state. Is Britain, first let's start with Britain. Is Britain nation? Why? They speak the same language and they feel that they are the same people, they are different from others. Am I right or wrong? So is Britain nation? Is Britain nation? Everyone, please. Huh? Ireland, that's, see, you're talking about UK. We're not talking about UK. Only British people we are talking about. Okay? Britain, I said, that's why I did not say UK. Yes? British people speak English language. That's why they are British. French people speak French language. That's why they are French. So are they nation? Yes, they are nation. Okay? So let's write. They are nation, sir. What about Tamil Nadu? Huh? Or instead of Tamil Nadu, I should simply mention Tamil people. Tell me, are they nation or not? Do all the Tamil people feel that they are the same people? Even if, extremely, this applies to everyone, not just for Tamilians. Okay, a Tamilian living in Sri Lanka and a Tamilian living in Tamil Nadu and a Tamilian living in America, do they all still, even if they are too far, still do they feel that they are the same people? Yes. So can I say Tamilians, they are also one nation? Yes, yes, no, no. Applies for Telugu also. Okay. What about Palestinians? Do they feel they are the same people? Yes. That's, one could be because of religion, but Muslims, there are so many Muslims also. That's because of that location also, geography also. Ethnicity, can I say ethnicity is also one of the reasons? So, is this nation? What about Khalistani? Huh? They also nation? Instead of Khalistani, if I write, instead of that, to make it much better. Let's say Punjabi speaking people. Do they form nation? Yes? Is this clear right now? Yes? Here it could have been language for these or for this. Here it was not language, it was ethnicity. Okay? It could be anything that is common which gives you that feeling. Is this clear? Yes. All are nation? Clear. Now tell me, which one is state among these? Is Britain state? Again, go for those 4 features to understand. Okay, Britain has those 4 features, let's say population, territory, government and sovereignty. So Britain is a state. Tamil, do they have people, population? Yes. Do they have fixed territory? Yes. Do they have government? Yes. Is it sovereign? They are not sovereign. So are they state? So I'll not write state over here. They are not state. Only nation, not state. What about Palestinians? Are they state? Is the government over there sovereign? No. What about Punjabi people? Not a sovereign government. So you observe, out of all these 4, All four are nation, but all four are not state. Yes?
So Palestinians are elected government.
They claim, there is a body who claims that we are the government of Palestinians. They claim that thing. Yes, maybe people agree also, who knows. But not purely, but they, let's say the body over there are some terrorist organizations who say we are the government of Palestinians. There's one specific body also, they claim we are the government. Whether they held elections or not, I don't know. But they claim, the moment you claim, that matters. Taliban did not come through elections, na? But they claim they are the government. We accept also. Simple. Okay? Can you observe? The state is only this, rest all are not state. But nation, everyone is nation. Clear? So now what is nation state? Nation state is such a state. State could be of different types. It is such a state where all same looking people, they form their own political state. Same people, they create their collective decision making body in the form of state. Because they are the same people, they created that. Now ideally this rule doesn't apply for India. Because in India so many different identities are living. So actually if you go by the basic definition of nation state in true terms, India is not part of it. India is like we are nation of multiple nations. Multiple nations are already living in India. We actually created a new identity of nation. Now we all feel we are Indian. Am I right or wrong? But 1947 we were not feeling that we are nation. Just now we started feeling that. Just in recent times, in let's say in last 30-40 years maybe. Still some people don't feel. The process is still going on to make them feel that they are Indians. And we make that through our constitution. So countries like India, USA, we naturally don't have this nation state idea. We created this idea. To create, we make use of constitution. Through constitution what we do is, we say sir our value system is same. Every Indian believes in same value system. What is that value system sir? Secularism sir. We believe I am different religion, you are different religion, you are different religion. But we can stay together sir. We respect your religion, you respect my religion. Right or wrong? This is the thought of India. So we also tried to create nation state just like Britain, but we are different. Britain is very clear, same ethnicity, same state. Multiple ethnicities in India, but still we made a state. Yes, right now India is state, India is a nation state also. Is this clear or any doubt? Sure? So if we go back, why we studied all of this? Just to understand this one part. That the idea of state is not same. It keeps on changing or updating. Earlier it was city-state, same people. Then heterogeneous, so many different kinds of people in empires. And then you created nation-state. Right now when you imagine nation-state, don't imagine India. Imagine Britain, imagine France to understand nation-state. Because those are ideal nation-states. Same looking people, homogeneous population, and their state is created. That's nation state. Is this clear? Yes.
In factors for nation, state to be called as nation, why didn't you include the freedom struggle? It is said that freedom struggle was the primary thing that brought Indians together.
Yes. Rather than freedom struggle, I should use the word history. History, we have a common history. Same history that makes us feel that we are the same people. That would be the right definition. Okay. So yes, that is one of the factor through which we try to generate the feeling of Indianness. Otherwise, there was nothing called we feel that we are the same people. During freedom struggle, the people or the leaders of India, they tried to genuinely create a new feeling. At that point of time, Britishers used to say, India is not a nation. Were they right? They were 100% right. India was not a nation. Nation means what? Feeling. Did we have feeling? No. Tamilians were not feeling that we are same as Kashmiris. No, they did not have that feeling that point of time. You also did not have that feeling that Bengali speaking people and you people are same people. No, you did not have that. So Britishers were 100% right that India is not a nation. But the leaders said, okay, we are not a nation. We are becoming a nation. Okay? Feeling will be generated slowly. And they tried to integrate India for that thing. So every action they took, multiple sessions, if you saw Indian National Congress sessions, they tried to have sessions throughout India. Yes or no? When they wrote constitution, the entire people of India, when they wrote constitution, they ensured that no one identity dominates. So did we say we will have one national language? No. We accepted everyone's identity so that everyone feels that we are part of the same country. Some said that no sir, we still don't want to be part of it. We gave them some extra benefits, some special status, Article 370, Article 371, Schedule 5, Schedule 6 if you have read. We give them something extra so that you stay with us. And slowly, slowly we will become one nation. Yes, that time maybe Tamilian people were feeling that we are not same as Indians. But now if you go and ask any Tamilian, they say that yes, we are also proud Indians as you are. Am I right or wrong? So slowly we have developed this feeling of nation. So is freedom struggle or history playing some role? Yes, it played some role. Yes, that is also one of the reasons we feel Indian feeling. But if you ask me, the right thing that is creating that same feeling, it's the constitution, which is result of the same history. Obviously, we could make this kind of constitution because we face same history, same colonization, we all faced, same problems we all faced. So as a result, we made a constitution, which is nice, which is acceptable to everyone. Clear? So right now, India is a nation state, but made through constitution. But Britain is a nation state not because of constitution. It's because they are the same ethnicity and they decided to make it a state. So even in Britain, if there is no constitution, still the nation state will be there. In India, if you remove constitution, it's difficult to keep India together. If you change India's constitution, Telugu people will say we are separate state, Tamil people will say we are separate state, Kashmiri will say the same thing. Making some sense? Yes, just to keep them together, we did whatever was possible. Done? Clarity? This is your nation state. Done? What was the last line we have written? What is political? Now, okay. Show me once. I'll forget otherwise what we wrote and all. Politics, okay. We'll write about political. Right, what is political? In that, the word political comes from the Greek word polis. Greek word polis. Which means state. Which means state. In bracket, city state. In bracket, city state. So we can say anything related to state, anything related to state is political. Anything related to state is political. Next line. In the words of Garner, political science begins and ends with state. Political science begins and ends with state. Right, next line. What is state? What is state? A state is a politically organized community. A state is a politically organized community which has four elements. Which has four elements. Number one, a defined territory. A defined territory. Number one, defined territory. Number two, permanent population. Permanent population. Number three, government. Number three, government. And number four, sovereignty. Number four, sovereignty. Clear? Right, note. The state is not a static entity. State is not static entity. Rather, it keeps on evolving. Rather, it keeps on evolving. Make this diagram. Done? Is it audible? There's some problem. Yes. Okay, anyone who could not attend the lecture, you can tell them it's live on YouTube also. So those who could not attend, they can attend it from there. Any doubt till now about whatever we have discussed? We discussed about state, yes? Repeat.
You said France and Britain are examples of
Nation state.
They are really perfect examples of become nation. Because
See.
we can see many immigrants also there.
Yes, immigrants are going right now, na?
So right now they are not here.
Little bit of migration and all keeps on happening every single time around the world, right? If someone migrated doesn't mean he gets right to vote. There's some rule, you have to get the nationality.
Demography is changing.
Now the demography is changing. Maybe they will also become like us, or they will be cut into two parts. Yes, some part where these migrated people are going, they will form their own nation state and these people will have their own nation state. Who knows? We don't know about future.
So instead of saying Japan, Britain or France, we can say Japan. Japan.
Japan.
There is no migration.
See, what you're thinking of is, let's say you take example of Britain also and you're taking example of, let's say, Japan also. Okay, you're saying, sir, here people are migrating, here people are not migrating, so which one is nation state? I'm saying, see, migration is a different phenomena. Migration does not mean you get nationality of that country. To get nationality, there is a long process. Even if someone comes to India, do we give them nationality? No, no. This long process and we decide whether to give nationality or not. We are talking about the core nationality or core state part. Do they have their political state or not? What you are talking about is the exceptional few people. Look at the 10 CR people who are living over here. You are talking about 200 people who migrated. Okay, that's still exceptional part. They are not forming this real state. Real state is being formed by this entire 10 crore population. When you think of Britishers, you can clearly imagine who are Britishers. The fixed population you can imagine. 1 or 2 people just went and became Britishers. We are not talking about them. You can also become Britisher. You speak English, but do you have the same ethnicity? No. When we think about entire world, you can clearly imagine and distinguish that these are Britishers, these are French people, these are Telugu people, these are Marathi people. This guy came to Telugu people, but am I the same part of you people till now? Maybe I'll learn Telugu. After a few years, you will feel like, sir, you look like us, you speak like us, you're also same. But this is like you're looking at the minute minority. Look at the entire machinery. It's all Telugu people who feel we are the same people. That's where we brought this idea of nation. And if you create your political state, some people migrated, did not migrate, it doesn't matter. That doesn't change our basic definition. Making sense? Yes. As far as we said, Britain is the ideal example of nation state. Reason being, when we take the definition of state and when we take the definition of nation, they are purely into this idea. Okay, I'll specifically talk about this. Even this nation state, when you say nation state, or you use the term nationalism. What is nationalism? Nationalism is an ideology. Anything that has ISM, ism at the end, it's an ideology. This ideology says that what should be there. See, every ideology says how the world should be. Hindutva will say, sir, India should be like this, Akhand Bharat should be there. Liberals might say something else. Marxist people will say, no sir, world should be like this. So, what nationalist people say? They say, sir, if these people, they are one nation, that means they have the same feeling that they are the same people, they should also have their own state, sir. Independent state also. If there are some people who are same people, they should also have their own political state also. They should take their own decisions also. One nation, one state. This is the ideology of nationalism. Is this clear? Now, this nationalism could be of 2 types. One is the first one which naturally came into picture, which we call as ethnic nationalism. Ethnic nationalism. Ethnic means what? Ethnic means people belong to same ethnicity. When you say ethnicity, it could be same language, it could be same culture, it could be anything that is same. It could be same ancestors. Okay. So when I look at Britain, it looks like the nationalism is there. The idea of nation is there, but it is because of the same ethnicity. Is it clear? By this logic, the idea of nation state, Britain is having ethnic nationalism and it became a nation state. But if you ask me what about India and USA, in that case I'll say we are not having this ethnic nationalism. By this logic, we should have 12, 13, 15 countries in India. Because different nationalism, Bengali nationalism can be there, Marathi nationalism, Tamil nationalism, all that can be there. Then you will have to create different political state. So actually this idea of nationalism, By ethnicity, we are not following. So which idea we are following? We call it as constitutional nationalism. What common we have? We have one constitution. That constitution has some values, and we all believe in the same values. Now think about those values of India's constitution. Liberty, we all believe in liberty. Afghani people don't believe in liberty. That's why Taliban rule is there. We do believe in that. Justice, we believe in that. Equality, we believe in that. Yes or no? Secularism, rule of law, democracy. Yes, all that preamble you read, all those are major values of India. You will not see the same values in Pakistan or maybe in China. China doesn't believe in liberty. We do. Right or wrong? Yes, Pakistan, does it believe in secularism? No, but India believes. All the people of India believe. Now you will again say, sir, there are some exceptions, though they don't believe. I'm not talking about exceptions. Let me talk about entire India. Some people who are not secular, they don't represent India. Even if today some of those are in power, still they don't represent entire India. They just represent the majority decision in the present time. That government can be there today, maybe tomorrow they will not be there. Okay, what is the constitution? Because that's my real political identity. That is secularism. We all believe in that. So we also have something common. What is that common thing? Our constitutional values. Think about India and think about Pakistan. There is difference only of values. Yes, we believe in the value of secularism. That's the core feature of India, that different religions can stay together. Pakistan says, no sir, different religions can't stay together. So either they are right or we are right. How will we know? Time will tell. If Pakistan survives and India becomes a Hindu state, then Pakistan was right. And if India survives and Pakistan gets destroyed with time, then we were right. So let the time decide who was right. Clear? So is India a nation state? Technically, yes, we are nation state, but of this category. USA also belongs to this category. In USA also people are not same. Okay, USA is very big, continent size. India is also very big, continent size. Okay, if you see nationals, then Telugu nationalism, Odisha, Bengal, Punjabi, everyone can come up with their own nationalism. And we will look like Europe after that. Yes, Telangana becomes France, Maharashtra becomes Britain. All these things might happen. Make sense? Clear? Any doubt till now? Okay, write down. What is nation state? What is nation state? Write in that. A nation is a feeling. A nation is a feeling. Feeling among people that they belong together. That they belong together. In bracket, feeling of we. Feeling of we. This feeling could be due to shared identity. Could be due to shared identity, such as same culture, language, ethnicity, ethnicity, history, or common aspirations, or common aspirations. Now specifically for India, if you want to highlight history and common aspirations. Yes, why are we saying this? Because our history is more or less same. The history of Tamil Nadu, history of Kashmir, history of Bengal is more or less same, because we all faced British Raj. Same stuff. And common aspiration, now we wrote a constitution which says we will make India a welfare state. We will make India a modern state where there will be justice, equality, liberty. We will have so many good things in this new India. Right? So we have a common aspiration that we will become great. Yes, not America is great, India also is great. So we have common aspiration in the form of common constitution. Clear? Constitution is setting us ideals, na? Here we have to go. Clear? Any doubt? Right, nation state. We have written nation, na? Next time, a nation state is a sovereign state where most people share a common national identity. Common national identity. Right, next line. To form nation state, the ideology of nationalism comes into picture. The ideology of nationalism comes into picture. Comes into picture. According to this ideology, one nation should have its own state. That is people with similar identity should have right to govern themselves with the same political organization, with the formation of same political organization. Clear? Any doubt till now? Which all terms we discussed till now? Politics, political, state, because political we were discussing, in that the idea of state came into picture. That's why we discussed state, in that nation state also. So we were actually discussing political. Why we are discussing, let me tell you why I am discussing all these things, because I want to tell you what is political science. Before I start the subject, these terms should be very clear, otherwise you will be confused every time. Okay, so slowly we are going to political science. For that political we are trying to understand. Clear? Now further to understand our understanding of political. Now we need two different perspectives. Two different perspectives which come into picture for the word called political. So when we say political, initially the meaning of political that we were having, that was different meaning. And nowadays the meaning that we take, that meaning is little different. The initial meaning that we have, it specifically comes from this person called as Aristotle. In the ancient time, there was this thinker in the same Greece area named as Aristotle. And this person actually told us what is political. Now, till now we understand political means anything related to state. That is political, right? Or to understand further, we said collective life. That collective life idea, it came actually from Aristotle. What Aristotle did? He first divided our life into two. One, he says, is our personal life. He says this is the personal sphere. And he says second part is the public sphere. He's dividing your life into two categories or two classifications he's making. He says, sir, we live our personal life also. Let's say I'm having some family, I'm having some marriage. Those are my personal life decisions, sir. See, again we are talking about decisions, but personal life decisions. This is my personal sphere. And he says, sir, this sphere is different. Apart from this, I have another sphere which he calls as public sphere. This is what he calls as the collective life. So anything apart from personal life that we have, let's say I said we have to make road, we need education, we need health, all these are our collective life problems, right? So for these collective life problems, whatever solutions we will bring, that we call politics, right? This is all what we call as public sphere. Now when Aristotle was asked, when you say the word political, does it include this or does it include this? He clearly said, sir, only public sphere is part of political. Personal sphere is not part of political. So what a person does is in personal life or personal sphere, that is not a concern of the state. State will not interfere in that area. Whatever I do, my family, my marriage, I talk to my wife or I don't talk to, it's not the concern of the government of India. What is the concern of government of India? All rest of the things which are part of public sphere. Health, education, disaster, governance, all those things. Is it clear? Now this is the perspective given by Aristotle initially. We call it as the traditional view or traditional perspective of political. We are understanding the word political right now. So when you say political science, are we talking about personal life? No, we are just talking about this life. But according to whom? According to Aristotle in the ancient time. Clear? Now what happened? After some time came some new people. Who are those new people? We call them as feminists. Feminist people said Aristotle is mad. When he says personal life is different and public sphere is different, Aristotle is mad. And they said, sir, personal is political. Personal is political. What do they mean? They're saying, sir, when someone slaps someone on the streets, state comes and help that person. Am I right or wrong? If violence is happening on the streets, you go and help and you say that this is part of public sphere. That's why state is coming and helping you. Am I right or wrong? But when the husband slaps the wife, just because it is happening within the four walls of family, you're calling this is personal life. Violence is violence, sir. If this is violence, this is violence. If state protects someone on the streets for violence, then state should protect even the women who are facing domestic violence. This is the perspective of feminist scholars. Getting it? Why they are saying personal is political. Sir, even the personal life that you're talking about, even this cannot be separate from this sphere. This has to be also part of political. Traditionally, only this is part of political. But now feminists are saying, sir, bring this also under political. That means government should also protect someone who is facing problem in personal sphere. Are you getting the point? So right now you see government actually enters in our personal life also. Am I right or wrong? They decide whether I'll marry one person or 10 people. Who decides? Government decides. Government clearly told you can't marry more than one person. Government told na? Right? Whom can I marry? That also government decides. Yes? If let's say in some countries homosexuality is banned, that means what? They are deciding whether I can marry someone or not. Government is deciding. Yes or no? Yes. So government is entering in the personal sphere also. Is this clear? So traditionally, when we use the word political in the ancient time, we just thought this is the area of political. Or when you talk about political science as a subject, we were just thinking about public sphere. But slowly our understanding has evolved. Now we even take personal life also. So now we say, sir, personal sphere is also under political science. Or when you say the word political, it includes both public and personal life. Is this clear? Write down. There are two perspectives. There are two perspectives on the term political. Number one, traditional view by Aristotle. Traditional view by Aristotle. He separated make this kind of a diagram, right? Personal sphere, public sphere. Personal sphere and public sphere. Next line. However, the modern view given by feminist scholars, the modern view given by feminist scholars even brings personal sphere under the idea of political. Under the idea of political. Write this line also. Personal is political, said by Carol Hanisch. Today, right, next line. Today, the term political and its meaning seems to be expanding. Which includes family, environment, etc. Family, environment, etc. Clear? Any doubt till now? Yes, please ask if you have any doubt till now, whatever we have discussed, just basic terms we are discussing it, but many students have confusion I've seen, so I thought let's start with the confusing part first. Yes? No doubts till now? Now, I said sir, we will be starting with something called as Western political thought, which is part of political science, right? So till now we have just understood the term political. Now the word science. You people tell me, what do you understand by the word science? Political we understood. What is science? And you tell me, is political science really science? Because science, when we think physics, chemistry, we think of, is it just like those science? Or is it different? If it is different, then why are we calling it science?
It is a study of state, systematic study of state, government, institutions,
Okay,
power.
nice, very good.
That's why we call it as, we consider it as science.
How things work, that is science.
Science is something which has evidence, evidence-based.
Very good.
So even political science, we have evidence-based system, like how the systems work.
Yes, good. There are evidences. How does science work? Science work on one thing that we call as empirical evidences. We look for evidence, and for evidence we have to observe, right? How this laptop works, I'll observe. Every day I'll observe. I'll cut it into 10 parts. Now check where is what. I'll check everything. Okay? If you tell me laptop works like this, I'll not believe. I'll say, show me the proof. Am I right or wrong? Yes? If you sit and think, imagine, logically think, laptop looks like this, maybe it must be made up of this silicon material, this material. Okay, this is philosophy. Someone sitting at a place, thinking, contemplating, logically thinking. See, philosophy is not illogical. That is also logical. Good way to understand things. But do you have evidence for whatever you are claiming? No. In philosophy, we don't always have what we say is the evidence to speak about everything. But in science, you have evidence. And there's a systematic process through which we understand science. Look at any science, physics, chemistry, biology, any science which you call as natural science. There is a systematic method through which the scientists came to conclusion about things. Yes, when you say that human beings evolved like this, they have complete data about it. They've taken the genome from everyone to study that part. When they say that there is gravity over here, they don't claim it just because Newton sat and thinks about, acha, there must be this gravity. No. He did some experiments, did some mathematical calculations, and then he came to logical conclusion that yes sir, there is gravity and that's why this is happening. Right or wrong? So science goes for this empirical method. Empirical means observation method. We use the word empirical, but meaning is observation. Without observing, I will not trust. Okay? Only by observation, I will get the data, pattern, everything, and I'll systematically understand, okay, this works like this works like this, okay, this is how connected we are, like there is sun also, there is other planet also, okay, we revolve around sun, okay, we have one other thing called moon, it also revolves around us. We understand all the linkages, all the patterns. That's how science works. Am I right or wrong? Yes? When you say it is political science, are we saying that political science is exactly like natural science? Answer is no, sir. Still this subject is part of humanities. We don't call it as part of science. Okay, that's why some people even question, saying that when I see a question paper with the title political science, I'm more troubled with the title than the question asked. That how come you gave the name as political science? It is not a science. Why are you calling it as science? That's what this person is trying to say. No, why are we calling it science? Are we saying it is same as physics, chemistry? No, sir. We are not saying it is same as physics, chemistry, because physics, chemistry, it is completely based on objective facts. Yes, it is completely based on objective facts. They are, let's say they are studying this pen. It's an objective thing. They can cut, make 10 pieces and understand everything. Yes, it is made up of atom and all. But when you deal with politics, in politics you don't have objective stuffs, you have subjects, human beings. We are subjects, and the subjects give subjective answers. Yes or no? This pen is of which color? Black color. It's an objective fact. Does it depend on you or me? No. But if I ask some different question, who should be the next chief minister of Telangana? The answer does not depend on any object. It depends on you and my mind. And our minds are different because we are subjects, we will give subjective answer. You will say some other name, you will say some other name. Am I right or wrong? Someone will say Revan Reddy, someone will say KCR, someone will say Modi. Yes, he will come here. Point is, it is subjective answer that you people are going to give because subjects are involved. Making sense? So when we are studying political science, because we are dealing with human beings, so human beings are not same. Human beings are not that predictable. Every person is different. We didn't expect Trump will come and suddenly he will do these things. Nobody thought about it. Right or wrong? So we are not that much predictable. But still the methodology which the natural science uses, they try to take evidence, they look at what has been happening. This material, they tried to use this material, did multiple experiments, observed whatever was happening. That similar methodology or approach we are using in political science. What is the approach? We will study, sir, what happens with democracy. We study what happened with Iran, what happened in India, what happened in China, everywhere we study. In history what happened, what is happening right now, we study everything. Then we come to conclusion that democracy works like this. So did we take evidence? Yes. Still we don't call it perfect science or pure science because it is not that objective. Maybe in future something new can happen because we are human beings, things can change. That's why the subject is still part of humanities. It is not part of pure science as such. Is it making sense? Yes or no? Yes? So write down. Political science. Political science. Mention science is the systematic and evidence-based study of knowledge through observation, comma, experimentation, comma, analysis and verification. Next line. Political science is the systematic study of political life and institutions. Political life and institutions. It cannot be equated with natural science such as physics and chemistry. Such as physics and chemistry. But we call it science, because we apply scientific methods to study political phenomena. Clear? Any doubt till now? Right, next line. Here we use empirical method. Here we use empirical method. Next line. Empirical means this is the spelling. Empirical means based on observation, comma, experience, comma, evidence, or data, rather than opinion or speculation. Opinion or speculation. Clear? Can I say now we have reached to the word political science now completely? Yes? Is it same as that of what we say as other science? No. But still, why we call it political science? Because as compared to any other humanities subject, this subject is having more verifiable facts, more evidences, but still not 100% just like other science. Clear? Any doubt till now? Sure? Sure? Okay. Now, this is a major subject. One of the part of this subject is something we call as political thought. Yes, political science is a big subject. Just one part of this subject is something we call as political thought. Now, what do we mean by political thought? The word political we understand. Thought means what? Thought means someone thought about it. What is your thought? What is your thought? What is my thought? What is Plato's thought? That is thought. Thought means someone's perspective. Yes or no? So let's say we have one thinker. The thinker thinks about something. Then that is his thought. Right or wrong? Let's say we take example of Plato. Just for the sake of example. Plato thought about so many things. Which so many things? He thinks about state. He thinks about education system. He thinks about something like communism. He thinks about what kind of ideal king we should have. He thinks about so many things. Okay, he thinks about justice also. Getting it? So when I tried to understand the political thought of Plato, there whatever his understanding about politics is there, about state or anything related to political. Now we know the term political. It includes personal life also, political life also, everything it includes. Whatever is his understanding about political, that is his political thought, which can include so many different things. Is this clear? Is his thought. So simply I can say political thought is nothing but what specific thinkers think about politics. Can I say that? So there can be so many thinkers. Now this political thought, I can think in two different ways. There can be Western political thought, there can be Eastern political thought. Western people think about politics in a different way. Eastern people think about politics in a different way. Even in the Eastern, you can say Chinese political thought, Indian political thought, some other different political thoughts. So I can categorize in this manner. In this, specifically we are interested in studying Western political thought. First we will be studying Western, and then later on we will be studying only Indian political thought. Are we going to study Chinese and all? No. Unless you become part of IFS service and you are, ambassador of India in China, then you might study Chinese political thought to understand Chinese mindset and all. Right now, as far as this exam is concerned, the core thing is Western political thought and then Indian political thought. Now you will say, sir, why Western political thought we are studying first and not Indian? Sir, tell me someone. Why Western? Why not Indian? We are Indian now, proud Indians. Then?
Western narratives on political thoughts are more dominant.
More dominating. Why?
Like they have ruled.
They have ruled? Where? India?
Not India, or
Okay. Okay, this could be good reason. What else?
The first idea of democracy, justice, and rules from Western philosophers.
Good. Now try to understand about Western thought. If I look at political science is a systematic study about politics. When I try to study political science, the language of political science, the words that are used, see, every subject has different terms. You study biology, exactly different terminologies are there. Every subject has its own terminologies, has its own language, the way it is explained. And it depends on which area where it developed first, or who dominated in that particular discipline. Right? Biology, whatever language is there, whatever country from where those words came into picture, they were dominating in that particular, what we call discipline or subject, academic subject. As far as political science is concerned, the study of politics is happening in India also, China also, West also. But one who dominates in it is West. Okay, so West has always dominated, especially in academics. Why I am talking about academics is because there is a saying that there is something called Eurocentrism. There is something called Eurocentrism in the academic sphere, especially political science. What has been happening? We have seen a long history wherein we have seen colonization and all happening. Who was colonizing? It's the European countries who colonized entire world. Right? You heard these terms like colonization or something called imperialism. Yes? Colonialism and imperialism. Am I right or wrong? Tell me the meaning. What is colonialism and what is imperialism? Hmm?
to dictate the other country by occupying it or not dictating as an exercise power.
To?
Exercise power in other country by occupying through
Okay.
imperialism.
Mm-hmm.
Colonies to make colonies and then change their culture into
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, anyone? We heard these terms, okay? Colonialism, world history, Indian history. Yes, Britishers colonized. But we also heard imperialism. Long live revolution, down with imperialism. What is imperialism?
Colonialism is occupying other country and using it as raw material, territory for our development,
Good.
using it for raw material.
Mm-hmm.
Imperialism is the extreme version of colonialism,
Okay.
where they try to change the mindsets, behavior, customs of the occupied
Mm-hmm.
region,
Okay.
where they try to enforce their own personal laws.
Starting from education to till the whole lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's understand. This is Britain and this is India. Okay. Britain comes and make India its colony. Okay. Now colony means what? Think about a bacteria entering your body. When a bacteria enters your body, it also starts creating its colony. It starts living there. It starts extracting the food from your body. What happens is, if the bacteria survives, who will suffer? You will suffer. Either you will suffer or bacteria will suffer. Someone will grow and someone will go down. Right or wrong? Same is this relationship of colonialism. This is the power who is colonizing this country. When you colonize, you capture it. You capture it, whatever resources they have, you keep on extracting. It will always be one way. The resources will always go from this country to this country. Right? So to capture, you use different methods. You can attack that country, invade that country, you can financially control that country. Many methods are there. But somehow control a different territory. Otherwise your state was only here. But you started controlling it completely, specifically politically. There are decisions you take. And now you extract all the resources. This is colonialism. Clear? Imperialism, similar term. What's the difference? This is Britain. The area of influence, the power of Britain is only there in this much area. Right? But if we try to increase that influence beyond this territory, let's say there is some area over here which belongs to some other country, and Britain says, my power is now there even on this area. Then this is imperialism. In Hindi you call it Samrajyavad. You try to create empires, Samraj. Yes? When the British influence, the simple term is the power of British government, now it expands even till this much of area. So this is your British Empire. This is imperialism, power expanding. Power can expand through multiple means. You attack militarily, you economically control, just like USA economically controls many regions. Many methods are there. But this is imperialism.
So it does not take the resources of the.
They can, they cannot also. Both things are possible. How? Here we have India. Either I can directly come and have a government in India, which is called British government, and they control India completely. Or I can have another country like China. We don't have direct government, but without our permission you can't do anything. Or we will put lot of pressure on you. You have to listen to me. Let's say India listens to USA many a times. Yes? Imagine the worst case scenario. For example, Canada. Canada listens to USA a lot. Yes? North Korea listens to China a lot. Likewise, your power, it's your power now. It's your influence that is there on another country. So it could be direct control, it could be indirect control. Whatever method you use. But when your influence is there on another country, that means your influence is increasing.
So here we can't call that country as colony of this country.
No, we are not calling, we are just calling it imperialism. We didn't say colonialism. In case of India, you say both imperialism and colonialism is there. Getting it? Maybe in this case, you can't say it is 100% colonialism. That's why two different terms we are using. Colonialism different, imperialism different. For us, both happened. Clear? Any doubt till now? Just you're confused.
There's no difference there.
There's no difference. There is difference. Slight difference. Very slight difference. Slight difference is when my power is right now only in this much area. If I say the power increased till that area, that means my imperialism is rising. Okay. Did I colonize? We don't know. I can colonize also, or without colonizing also my power increased. I give you loan. What China does? Gives you loan. Next time whatever you do, you ask China. Did I colonize? No. But do I have my power over you? Yes. Getting it? Now, we say most of the world was colonized or there was this imperialism going on. And this was done by European countries. Britain, France, Portugal, all these countries came, we all know that. Right? And because the world was completely controlled by these European countries, and when these political science books were being written, everything was happening. All these developments in academics were happening. Those were written in the same European languages. So the terms that came into picture, the words, vocabulary, or the language, or the books, everything is dominated by Western countries or the European countries. That's why we use the word Eurocentrism. It is so much centered towards Europe. So I can say Europe or the West has dominated this academic sphere of political science. And because they have dominated, even the language of political science is purely coming from the West. The words we use, justice, democracy, otherwise in India we have different words now. We have different words for these, but we use the same their words because they dominated this academic sphere. They wrote the books first, we later on wrote. So their works now. So for that, when we study political thought, we first study Western political thought. Because the Western political thought will give us those basic terms, terminologies, language, everything about the subject. And that will build our base for the subject. After that, we can study any other political thought. And as far as our syllabus is concerned, in that only Indian political thought is there. Chinese or any other one is not given. So we'll restrict ourselves to this part only. Is this clear? Yes, write down. Political thought. Political thought. It is a major area within the political science. It is a major area within the political science which provides the basic concepts, terminologies, language, etc., etc. To study this, we have to study the political thoughts of specific thinkers. Specific thinkers. Next, we first study Western political thought. We first study Western political thought. Because the basic concepts terminologies, language, language, discourses, etc. are predominantly Western in origin, are predominantly Western in origin. Next line. The subject of political science has been dominated by the Western ideas. Has been dominated by Western ideas. We can say, write down, we can say that there has been hegemony of the West. Hegemony of the West. Even in academics. Even in academics. Best example to understand this is this example. Tell me what is the difference between West Asia and Middle East?
In modern sense,
Huh?
in modern era.
In any era. Tell me the difference between Middle East and West Asia. Normally in international relations we read these words, right?
Same territories, different names.
Same territory, different names. Is it true? It's the same area. It's the same area. Arab countries, yes, Gulf countries you call it. That area which includes Israel, Palestine, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, all those countries, Iran, etc. These are the countries whom you call West Asia also, whom you call Middle East also. When you read books, when you read newspapers, most of the times the term is used around the world, I am saying, not in India. Around the world they use the word Middle East. Yes? How come is it Middle East? When we look world map, where is Middle East? Like East. East means you can think of, let's say, India, China, etc., etc. Middle of East. For whom is it middle of East? Yes? Even if you see the globe, when you look at it, someone could be on East and West depending on your location. Am I right or wrong? When you are standing in Britain and when you look at the eastern side, yes, now you see entire East. And exactly in the middle, it looks like this Iran, Iraq, all these countries are there. So this word Middle East is coming from British mindset. Or that's why we are calling, the books are written. Everywhere they used Middle East only. So everyone who reads, they also say Middle East only. But is it really Middle East? It is just one perspective through which it looks Middle East. Getting it? So nowadays, when Indian people, they write books, those countries which were earlier under British Raj, but now they are not under them. They were colonized, now they are not colonized. Those countries, those scholars, when they write books, they mention this as West Asia. Now see, this is Indian perspective. For India, on the western side of Asia, we have these countries. So we call it as West Asia. Getting it? But if you see the world books around the world, this word dominates. This is called discourse. Okay, discourse is like some kind of a narrative you create. When you all people call something as Middle East, you have already accepted my style, my culture, my way of working. Somewhere I will dominate on your mind. Okay, that's discourse. Clear? Any doubt? Yes, why we called it Eurocentric? This example tells the answer. Okay, so the word West Asia, Jawaharlal Nehru in his book, he specifically uses this word West Asia instead of Middle East. Showing Indian stance now, showing the Indian political thought. That now we will not listen to what Europe says, we will have our own thought process. Clear? Any doubt till now? No? Sure? Should we move ahead? So much of time. Okay, we'll wrap up the session for today. Tomorrow we'll continue. It's more than 2 hours. Yes? Any doubts till now you people have?
When you give the traditional view of political,
Uh-huh.
then under modern view,
Modern view I talked about, na? Feminist perspective.
that is the modern.
That is modern one perspective. Now we have many other things, like environment was not a concern that point of time. Now suddenly we are facing climate change and all. So you talk about animal rights, eco rights, bio rights. That has also become part of political. Getting it or not? So now we are seeing political word is expanding. Earlier it was very small. Now it has become very big. Okay, all this we discussed actually to understand the term political science. That was our core objective, to understand the subject first. Clear? Basics clear? Political thought, Western political thought, political science, polity, politics, everything. So we have officially entered into the subject, Western political thought topic, and then we can start that.
What is the difference between theory, thought, and philosophy?
I'll discuss that, don't worry. If I discuss right now, you will get confused. So I just kept it aside. Theory, thought, philosophy, what's the difference? We'll discuss that. Okay? Yes, any other doubt? No? ठीक है then. Thank you so much. We'll meet tomorrow, same timing. Okay? Tada, bye bye.